Welcome back to the Anomaly Anthology. My name is John Coleman. What do you usually think of when you hear the term demon? Do you think of a humanoid, cloven-hoofed monster with pointy ears and devil horns? Or do you think of perhaps an eldritch abomination that if you were to, say, look upon it, you would lose your mind for the rest of eternity? Or do you think of a politician? Well, according to the people of Dover, Massachusetts, they have a very different idea of what a demon could look like. Let me introduce to you the Dover Demon. The Dover Demon is, as you can see, a creature with a bulbous sort of head, completely bald, no hair on its body, so it's obviously not mammalian in nature. It switches in between two different types of locomotion, either on all fours or standing up like a biped. Its fingers are very skinny. It's very skinny, just in general, except for its head. Its eyes are said to glow either red or green, depending on who's telling you what the Dover Demon looks like. The creature was first sighted on 1977, April 21st at 10:32 p.m. Three 17-year-olds were driving back to their house when one of them, specifically a Mr. James Bartlett, behind the wheel, saw the creature in the distance, slowly turning its head towards the car. Later, James had asked his friends if they had seen the creature as well, and they had said no. However, they did vouch for him and say that he was most likely telling the truth. The next time the creature was sighted was about 2 hours later by a Mr. John Baxter, who was at the time 15 years old. He was walking down the street back to his house when he reportedly saw the same kind of creature, the exact same physiology. The only difference that he had stated was that the creature, instead of having glowing red eyes, had glowing green eyes, but, well, interpretation. John chased after the creature to see where it was going, and it disappeared into a cornfield. Finally, I have my very own sighting inside of my own town of the Dover Demon. Well, it's not my sighting, but it's somebody that I know's sighting. Hold on. Journal, please. Thank you. The sighting was by somebody that my parents know. His name is Baxter Andrews. Baxter was outside of his house in 1985 on a Wednesday cool summer night at 11 o'clock. Let's say that's 12. At 11 o'clock, he was he was chopping wood outside of his house when suddenly a creature with the same exact physiology as the Dover Demon walked out and talked to him for approximately 5 minutes and then went back into the woods. The creature had reportedly talked to him about flying saucers, a secret organization, and butt plugs? We'll redact that. Now, this sighting is a little less, credible for two reasons. One, half of that report, and because the neighbors of Mr. Andrews reported that he was as drunk as a boxing beaver? Wait, what? Now, getting back on track, you may be looking at me and saying, well, John, do you live somewhere in the Dover, Massachusetts area? I do not. However, I will go as far as to say that those two sightings are related because I have found a species of creature that is almost identical to the Dover Demon, with a few factors that we can negate. The species is a mythological type known as the Mannegishi that is mostly proposed by the Cree Native Americans. The Mannegishi are supposedly mischievous water spirits that live in a lake and will tow the boat of anybody that comes near them, potentially drowning those people. I would go as far as to say that the Dover Demon and the Mannegishi are one and the same because their physiology is identical to each other. the Mannegishi and the Dover Demon, they all have bulbous heads, they have skinny legs, they have skinny arms, they have skinny fingers, looking almost identical to the gray variety of alien that we all come to know and love. They're pretty much the same thing. Alright kids, it's theory time. What could the Dover Demon and the Mannegishi possibly be? Option A is that the Mannegishi and the Dover Demon are terrestrial creatures. Option B is that the Mannegishi and the Dover Demon are extraterrestrial creatures. And option B is that the Mannegishi and the Dover Demon are actual demons. Now, option A is, I think it's pretty credible in that the Mannegishi and the Dover Demon, well, the Mannegishi specifically, have been around for a very long time. So long that the Native Americans had created stories about them and had said they'd seen them for quite a while. Option B is pretty credible as well because, well, the physiology of both of them, they're very unnatural in the way that they act. Although, it's a little less probable than option A because of how long they've been here. Although you could argue that they have just been coming in and out of our planet, and that would possibly explain why it's been so long since we've had a Dover Demon sighting or a Mannegishi sighting. And option C is they're actual demons. Which, well, I do not want to shove my opinion down your throat. I'm only here to inform you as to what I have found in my many readings and research on the internet. Whether you believe in the Mannegishi and the Dover Demon or not, that's really up to you. But for me personally, I really like this type of cryptid. It's very interesting to me, and the way that it was found was very interesting, and the folklore behind it is interesting as well. And, well, I'm always a sucker for Native American folklore, considering, well, it's in my country. Thank you all again for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Subscribe so that you can always keep up with any updates that I put out, and remember to follow my Twitter and Instagram that I'll leave in the description so that you can see any daily goings-on that I have in my life. And remember to leave a comment so that you can tell me what you thought about the video, if you perhaps know of an anomaly that you want me to cover in the future, or perhaps you saw something in your backyard that wasn't quite right. Thank you all again for watching, and I will talk to you later.